And here we go. Friday night special members only live stream. I promised you guys special members only content, and it's time to start delivering. So this stream is going to be members only chat for the first hour, and then I'm going to hit a switch. I'm going to flip a switch after the first hour, and it's going to go members only viewing, which means that if you're not a member, you will be booted out of the live stream. So we're going to see how that goes. Never done it before, but we're going to try it for the first time. So it's members only chat. The only exception to that is if you're a moderator, and we do have a lot of moderators here. So you guys are being grandfathered in. If you have a wrench, if you're a moderator on the channel, you'll be allowed to participate in the chat, even though it's members only chat. But once I flip the switch and it goes to members only viewing, I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't know. You might be booted. You might be booted. So guys, members only live stream. Let's see how it goes, and I'm expecting some juicy content. Am I really? Not really. But we'll see how it goes. Check out the new Lamborghini Temerario. Lamborghini Temerario. It's a long name. You have to. It's like thanatophoric dysplasia. It's like it takes a while for you to remember how to say it. But it's the Temerario. It means reckless fucker in Italian. Check it out. We got John D in the chat. Says, "Oh boy, members only live stream. I remember those jackets from the 1980s. Yes, I had one. It was maroon. It was it's like a burgundy color. Everyone had one back then. Hey, look at this. It worked. It worked. JC is now a member. Welcome to the campaign, JC. We're engaged in a dirty political campaign, guys, for YouTube supremacy. And we need you to help us at every level. There are people who are helping us as volunteers, people who are helping as advisors, consultants, directors, campaign chairmen, even master manipulators. It's true. And so we need you to join at whatever level you feel comfortable. JC has joined the campaign. Thank you, JC. And he upvoted. Guys, let's get to 15 upvotes. Let's hit a target of 15 upvotes right out of the gate. Let's do it. Evan G says, become a member, you fucks. Okay, we'll allow that kind of language on Friday night. And boom, Evan G is now a senior consultant to the Original OC campaign. Thank you very much, Evan G. See? Yeah. He says, see, I did it. That's right. He is now a senior consultant, guys, to the campaign. Thank you very much, Evan G. Guys, we're going to do members only chat. And then after an hour, we're going to flip the switch and we're going to make it members only. The whole stream is going to go members only. And I don't think anything good's going to happen, but let's see what happens anyway. Everybody might get booted. I might get booted. I don't think I'm a member of my own channel. I might get booted from my own live stream. Let's see. It's going to be a good experiment. We will experiment together. Okay. Hey, Ryan Singer's in the chat. He upvoted, reminding everybody to upvote the live stream. Pretty good. I got BW. Good evening, BW. Shout out to Jacksonville, Florida. BW is a member. He's not going to get booted. He'll be fine. He's a member. Got Mr. Tutor to you in the chat. He's a moderator, so he gets to participate in the chat during the first hour. I don't know what happens after the first hour. After the first hour, I'm not sure what happens. I really don't know. I'm going to flip a switch. It's going to go members only, and I don't know. Maybe the stream will end. Maybe everybody will get booted. I have no idea. Call it a Friday night experiment. John D says, yo, what's good this evening? Hope this Friday was superb. Yeah, it was great. I hit my my favorite Thai place with Mrs. OC, and got some chicken satay, some spring rolls, and some Penang beef with a little white rice. It was very tasty. And after this live stream, I think I'm going to grab a scoop of chocolate chip ice cream. I'm living it up this Friday night, living it up. And that's it. That's the entire chat, right? We're caught up. We've greeted every single person. And guys, if you're watching the stream right now, please type a comment in the chat so I know you're watching. And I can personally greet you. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Hey, look at this. We got Luchabetic Armory is in the chat. The Great Experiment. Does membership have its privileges after? I don't know. I don't think it does. Maybe it does. We'll see. But keep in mind that all the memberships that are being, all the membership dues that are being collected are going to a good cause. So thank you very much, everybody, for your participation. We'll see what happens when we flip the switch. By the way, Luchabetic Armory has a live stream this Sunday, I believe. I'll have to double check the timing, but check it out. Luchabetic Armory channel. If that's your thing. I haven't checked out one. There was a stream last weekend, I think. I was out with Mrs. OC. We were doing that really long walk where she injured her tendon in her foot. So I have to go back and check it out. But yeah, check out Luchabetic Armory. I had Penang beef in Penang. Wow. That's it. You were in Penang, Thailand? Very cool. Sorry, I'm just there's nobody on the panel, so if I get a drink of water, that's dead air. That's what we call dead air, guys, which means the quality of the content is just as good as if I'm talking. So let's see. I'm going to drop the link. Let's see. Drop the link to join the panel. And I'll type in the chat here. Join the panel. Boom. If you guys want to hop on, feel free. The Great Experiment. That's right. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens at 9:30. 9:30 Eastern, we're going to flip the switch. We're going to hit the checkbox in the software, and everything might go bye-bye. The whole stream may be nuked. Hey, look at this. We've got Toro Diablo, who's a member. Greetings from Italy. Toro Diablo, that's the Satanic Bull. The Satanic Bull. Thank you for hopping on. You're a member, so you get to be here. It's all good. Satanic Bulls in the chat. I love it. Penang is in Malaysia. Okay, sorry. When I see Penang on the menu, it's usually spelled with an A, isn't it? P-A-N-A-N-G, Penang. But correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Isn't it Penang? So a link to join the panel. Holy shit, there's 25 people watching this nonsense. How'd that happen? Don't you guys did you have something better to do on a Friday night? I know Buckley doesn't because he's home alone. He's probably one of the people watching. Probably smoking a cigar on the patio, on the front porch. Guys, let's get the 15 upvotes. Come on, there's 25 people watching. 15 upvotes. Did you forget that Thai food is from Taiwan? Shout out to the great Thai food from Taiwan, guys. D Wood, who's a member. If I'm calling out people who are members, it's because I'm trying to encourage you to become members. Guys, we're trying to hit a goal of 150 members by the end of August. Help us hit our goal. We've got Collector Invest in the chat. What's up, Nathan? We got CN, only VIPs in the stream. Thank you. We got Vimal Nair, Penang curry. That's right. That's what I had, Penang beef curry. It was delicious, absolutely delicious with some carrot, so a lot of onion, green pepper. Whew, delicious, absolutely delicious. Luchabetic Armory is testing out all the custom emojis, guys. If you become a member at the senior director level or above, then you can hand pick any corporate logo to become a custom emoji, and I will put it in the available emojis. So right now we have 5 available. We have Audemars Piguet, Rolex. We have the Patek Philippe Cross. We have the McDonald's Golden Arches, and we have the Barossa Trusted Elephant. So those are the corporate logos that are available as custom emojis. Feel free to, if you become a senior director or above, then you can pick a logo or whatever the hell you want as an available emoji. So there you go. And Friday night, and Buckley is solo. That's right. The wife left him. The wife left him to go upstate for a wedding. So Buckley's home all alone. Home all alone. Nathan says, oh, this isn't healthy. This isn't healthy. I had 30 White Castle sliders today. That's a lot of sliders. I bet you Buckley could do 18. I can probably do 6. But they're not that good. It's been so long since I had White Castle burgers. Yeah. Collector Invest is a member. You see that star next to his name? Everybody who has a star next to the name of them all, CN, Luchabetic, D Wood, all members. Thank you. Guys, what do you think of the new Temerario? This is the rendering of the new, I guess it's a Huracan replacement. The Huracan replacement. Lamborghini. I think it looks pretty good. I wouldn't, I love the color. I like how the headlights are now horizontal instead of vertical. I think they started off a couple of generations ago being more vertical, and now they're like completely horizontal. Yo, check this out. We got the Luchabetic Armory upgraded his membership. To senior consultant. Pretty good, guys. We need really, really good senior consultants to be consulting with us on our campaign. It's the original OC campaign for world domination. And you guys are going to be playing a very vital and critical role in that. We need everybody to help. We want you. We want you to play your part in this campaign. So become a member today. Mr. Tutor to you, the star test. That's right, the star test. If the star is next to your logo, you're a member. If the star isn't there, you're not a member. That's okay. You don't have to be a member. I mean, no one's forcing you to be a member. But I think we provide content that is almost as good as the 4 minutes that you spend downing a Starbucks latte. So that's, if you can spend $6.12 on a Starbucks latte, you can spend $4.99 a month. That's right, an entire month on a membership. And you can spend even more, as Luchabetic Armory is. He's a senior consultant. Pretty dang good. Pretty generous. Let's see. What else do we got going here? Lamborghinis are lame. Not even considered a race car. Spicy. What's the cost of this whip? I have no idea. Guys, you do a Google search. I don't think they announced the pricing yet. I think they're just showing you a rendering of what it may look like. Temerario means super expensive and unreliable in Italian. I believe that. It also means reckless driver. True. Those White Castles equal clogged arteries and cholesterol. Yeah. But it's okay to have a few of them. Nothing wrong with a few sliders. Otto's in the chat. What's up, Otto? Yo. CN says Lambo are really fronting the early 2000s vibes with so much Gallardo design influences. Yeah, you're right. It does remind me a lot of a Gallardo. Good. Good observation, CN. Oh no, that's a rabbit hole. You can go on Instagram and find all those memes. This calls for a discussion on categorizing watch brands with matching car brands. All right, guys, who's going to be the first person to do it? Rolex equals Rolex equals what? Porsche? Rolex equals Lexus? Rolex equals Ferrari? I'm baiting you guys. That's a really good question, CN. Rolex equals what? Remember, it's not just you can't do these things in a vacuum, because if you say Rolex equals something, then you have to leave room for Patek Philippe. Then you have to leave room for Richard Mille. You have to leave room for Omega. So someone right now, I know all you guys are Googling right now, watch brands as car brands memes. So yeah, CM says Rolex equals Porsche. Very easy. That's what I said. I was just making it up. I don't know if that's true or not. Rolex equals Ford F-150. Could Rolex equals Volvo. Rolex equals Mercedes Benz. Yeah. What do you guys think of these, huh? Rolex equals well-appointed Buick. Yeah, the Buick, maybe the Buick, what do they call the top of the line? Avenir. The Buick Avenir edition. Aha. Got Auto dropping a few more of these. AP is McLaren. No. McLaren is very, very exclusive and hand-built and super expensive. AP is not super, super expensive. Is it? Nah. Guys, correct Auto. I think he's way off base on this one. Rolex is BMW. What do you guys think of that? Is Rolex BMW or Porsche? Yeah, Rolex is more mainstream. Huh. You bring up a good point. What car brand is Tudor? That's a good point. Tudor is like a I don't know. It's like a good quality, low price, loses a lot of its value. Subaru. I don't know. Tudor equals Volkswagen. There you go. That's a pretty good one. Pretty good one. Yeah, John D says way off. AP is Audi. AP is Audi. Yeah. Even Mr. Tudor to you says Tudor is Volkswagen. Yeah, I think we're zeroing in on that. Guys, welcome to the members only live stream. It's members only chat right now. So become a member. And at 9:30, we're going to flip the switch. Actually, we may not. We may not flip the switch. Flip the switch. Go full members only viewing, which will boot everybody off the live stream. So it's a good Friday night experiment. Audemars equals Aston Martin. Privately owned and posh. No, I think I'm leaning a little bit towards John D. AP being closer to Audi. I don't know. This car talk, it's tough car talk. Let's I'll put up a watch image. Kyle D says wrench or members only. That's right. If you have a wrench, if you're a moderator, you can participate in the chat. But I don't know what's going to happen after I flip the switch and the stream goes full members only viewing. And you might get booted if you're not a member. We'll see. The good news is almost everybody watching is a member. So let's do this. I'll drop the link again. If you want to join the panel. Boom. And I'm going to check and see if there's anything happening in the watch world. Let's see. Let's see if there's any interesting news. Oh, I do want to pull up the new America's Cup edition Omega. Get your take on this one. It's brand spanking new, just introduced today. Check it out. The new Seamaster Diver 300M America's Cup edition. So it is stainless steel. It's got the blue ceramic bezel. It's got a special start thing. Maybe that's like a regatta timer or who knows what the hell that is. It's got a special seconds hand and it's got a red minute hand. What do you guys think of this thing? Look at this. He's back. He's back part of the Watch Colony Network. Lucha, what's up?
What's happening?
Happy Friday night.
Ooh, exciting Friday night.
So I'm assuming you didn't jump on just because of this Omega.
Yeah, I don't really, as much as I like Omega, and I like my white, we both share a love for the white Seamaster SMP 300M, but this doesn't really do much.
Are you wearing a Psycho Bunny t-shirt?
I am.
Were you influenced by Red Shovel? Did Red Shovel get you?
No, Brian the Pipe.
Brian the Pipe. Yes, let's see if there's any interesting reaction. Although Omega precious metal, one thing I can't stand is the softness of the finishing of the Omega. What do you mean the softness? I mean, although the precious metals, are you talking about the quality of the brushing? What are you talking about, CN?
Yeah.
This is kind of a weird little thing, the balancing end of the second hand. It's kind of weird. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. I suppose if I read the article. To celebrate its role as the official timekeeper of the 36. It is I'm not sure exactly what it is. 37th America's Cup in Barcelona, Omega has produced an impressive master chronometer certified watch, replete with America's Cup tributes. A salute to the world famous boat race, complete with its own waves, laser engraved in positive relief on the white ceramic dial. Let's see if they tell us what that emblem is.
I think it might be a replica of the trophy.
It's got a regatta scale. Equipped to start every boat race, the blue ceramic unidirectional bezel has a regatta scale comprised of 2 5-minute pre-start sections and a start section with a regatta-inspired flag. And here's the... Oh, no, they don't even show that. Hold on. Let's see this thing here. Boom. There it is. It's the trophy.
It is the trophy.
It is the trophy.
Check out the big brain on Lucha.
How you doing, OC?
What's up, Nathan? Welcome to the panel.
Oh, my. It was hot today. I worked out in the heat today.
Yes, it was. It was only supposed to be in the 80s, and then it got up to... I saw the thermometer by the side of my house, and it said over 100, but that's because it was baking in the sun. Yeah. And the good news is though is the price is pretty low. The price I think is $6,500, which is not outrageous.
I think that's 200 more than just the regular Seamaster on the bracelet.
I mean, it looks cool though.
Yeah, it looks cool. Looks like they did blue surrounds around the indices instead of black on this one. So if you like blue, this is a watch for you, and that rhymes.
I mean, it's American colors, red,
Let's see.
white, and blue.
Check out the video. I don't know what's that thing on the back.
Well, it's the trophy, and then I don't know what the letter thing is.
Yeah, it looks like a big B or something, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. It's the B. It's that. It's
Barcelona.
Barcelona. Yeah, I get it. Okay.
All right.
All right. It's CN says I think it's a design issue for me. There's a certain roundness to the design language, the links, the bezel, etc. Yeah, you're right. It's curvy. It's not as angular and blocky. There's a lot of curve to it. Yeah, they're known for the twisted lug. You know, where that part twists over and it into the lug. The case kind of has that fold. So. From a visual standpoint, John D says, the blue surround on the lume plots will appear to be smaller than if they were silver. Same issue on the gray dial.
No, ours are black, and I don't think they're.
Are they black? Or they? Yeah, you're right. They are black. But I think on other models, they think they're metal.
Most of them they're metal, except for. What he's saying is that gray dial with the blue hands, that one has the blue around the indices like this one does.
Oh, okay.
I know too much about Omega.
I mean, if people are really into the America's Cup, sure, but I don't think there are going to be that many people that are interested in that. But hey, it's something. This is certainly the least tacky of their previous America's Cup watches. That said, it's fine. Hey, Gatsby, what's up? And we also have DCNLV in the chat. What's up, DCNLV? It's getting cooler. It was only 108 today in Las Vegas. Wow, that's ridiculous. Boston Collectors in the chat. It's hard to time sailboats. You don't want to mess that up. I apologize if I missed some people here in the chat. Logan Hall's in the chat. Lucha, baby. Cool.
You look like you've gotten in the sun, Lucha.
Well, I have one of those jobs where I'm in and out all day. So, yeah, I got some sun today.
Luckily, someone didn't give you a pat on the back during the sun. You ever had that happen to you?
Did somebody slap you when you have sunburn?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fun. That's good. I like when you hit someone with sunburn, you hit them just right and just hard enough that you leave like a 5-second white imprint of your hand on their back. You ever do that, Nathan?
No.
One time on my dad.
Your dad? Oh, can't do that to your dad.
There are times like when you're sunburnt, when you press with your hand, then it looks white, for a second. Yeah. Let's see. We got Hawkeye in the chat. Hawkeye's a member. Good to see Hawkeye. We got JD. I think JD, aren't you from Australia? Hey guys, correct me if I'm wrong. JD, are you Australian?
I think isn't he the guy who does the kind of walk around gonzos on Archie's?
Yeah, that's why that name sounds familiar. Yeah, JD. Usually like turning your camera on and like walking around on Archie Luxury. Is that you?
Yeah.
Let us know. Let us know in the chat. We don't want to misidentify you.
Correct.
Yeah, correct. There you go. Wow, got people from people in Australia watching. That's awesome. Gonzo JD. Cool.
Gonzo guy, yes.
At the risk of being banned, I don't know if this is a bannable offense. I bet you it's pretty close. Grand Seiko is the greatest.
You would be the third banned person on the Lucha channel.
Grand Seiko is the greatest. Be careful, Hawkeye. You're not a moderator, which means that if Christopher Negroni's in the chat, you never know what can happen. So you might find yourself getting timed out for 86,000 seconds or whatever it is.
For 80 years.
No, we don't time people out for 80 years. That's like a permanent ban, Nathan. Jeez.
I'm just joking.
Gatsby says, looking at this watch, the Olympic watches, the recent Bond watches, it's nice to see that Omega has gotten away from cheap looking logos all over the dial. Yeah, that's true. They have done that. Good point.
Oh, see, what did you think of them making such a big deal out of a lot of the runners wearing that? What is that, like a $50,000 Aquaterra?
Was it full gold? Was that what it was?
No, it's that light one where the crown pushes in. I can't remember what it's called. Here, let me look it up.
Yeah, look it up.
Hold on. Forget.
Omega Aquaterra Ultralight. Is that the one? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
this one.
That's the one.
Yeah, check this out. Yeah, that's not worth...
It's extremely expensive. Like 40, 50 grand.
What are they trying to do? Like get into Richard Mille territory with an ultra super light, super composite watch? Is that what they're trying to do?
This watch has been out for years, but they really never made that big of a deal about it. It's been on their website for a long time. But during the Olympics, they gave it to certain runners, I guess, whoever, like Omega sponsors, I guess, or ambassadors. And they were showing them, running and whatever with this watch on. And I was like, well, that's just crazy. Super expensive. Not very good.
Kyle D says this watch is deplorable.
It's definitely
It's okay. That's his opinion. It's ugly. They did it for the Olympics, and they broke the world record in pole vaulting. Okay.
Yeah, the pole vaulting girl wore it as well. Yeah,
that's good. It's hey, we got Alex in the chat. Wristwatchholic in LA. It's titanium ultralight. Okay, but that doesn't make it worth $50,000, right? No.
Al D says it's horrific.
Jeez, Kyle D. That is brutal.
Yes.
It's not as bad as the what was the 3 Olympic watches or 4 Olympic watches from the Paris one?
Yeah, I can't keep track of all the different. Oh yeah, you're talking about the was it two-tone?
Swatches.
The two-tone 300M, the
Swatches.
whatever they're calling the was it BG859 or something? It is like my CK859, but in bronze gold and whatever the other ones were.
And then there's those swatches too.
Got Andui in the chat. Andui says, I'd care more if there was an Olympics For watch nerds.
What would be the competition?
That would get like 60 people watching. So, yeah, I don't love these. Let me see if I can blow up this thing. That's kind of blurry.
Yeah. But see how the crown is recessed? You like pop it, you push it to pop it out.
That part I like. That part I like.
And I think I think Gatsby's right. I think it's a titanium movement as well.
Yeah, but the movement itself adds like 3 grams of weight.
Yeah.
So it's like to do it in titanium doesn't, I get it. But is it really saving that much weight? This strap on the left is kind of an interesting strap though, the design of it.
Yeah.
How it kind of has this, is this the case that kind of juts out there? Part of the case?
No, that's
No?
a link. That is a link that they put in because they do that on the regular Arctera.
Ah. Gotcha.
Hold on one second.
I was gonna get the watches that control Al Reza or Al.
Ali Reza?
Yeah, I was gonna troll him with like a bunch of watches that he doesn't like.
Nathan the troll.
See that?
I know he doesn't like the
It's like a separate link inside.
watches. He doesn't like Bell and something.
Bell and Ross?
Bell and Ross. He doesn't like the Russian Olympic watches from 1980. And I forgot what else he didn't like.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Nathan, show us your $900 Timex. Do you have that handy?
Nathan? Bueller?
Not yet. It's still saving up for it.
Ah.
But
Lucha, tell us about your channel. Tell us about Luchabetic Armory. What was your inspiration behind that?
I got catfished.
What is that? Catfished by what? So somebody said let's start a gun stream or a knife stream or whatever. And
yeah, they said let's start a stream. I was like, yeah. They talked me into it, and then they decided they didn't want to be a part of it. Like, well, there you go. So that's why I said there's 4 episodes since I was I subscribed to StreamYard. So I figured last week we did watches. Brian was on.
That's right. So you pulled yourself out of retirement. You were in self-imposed moratorium, and then 3 days later, we're back on YouTube again.
A week later, yeah. I mean, it's like, oh, there you go.
No, it would be fun.
We set it all up, and then they split. They absolutely split. And I was like, huh. Well, there you go.
You know what would be a fun thing to do on stream is like do like a $100 like garage sale thrift shop challenge where you go to like thrift shops and garage sales in your town.
What do you think this is? Antique Roadshow?
and see to show see who gets the better deal.
There you go. So this week we're going to do gentleman's everyday carry. So we will talk about everything that you carry from what you wear as a watch, any type of jewelry, cigar cutters, sunglasses, holsters, knives, pens, cigar cutters and torches, that kind of stuff.
Let me ask you a question. This is an important one.
Yeah.
You're an expert on breakfast streams and
Yes.
breakfast. And so I recently offered the proposition that Aunt Jemima syrup actually tastes better than 100% maple syrup. And I grew up with Aunt Jemima syrup. So
Okay.
like to me,
But what do they call it now? They're not allowed to say Aunt Jemima. Remember they changed all those names.
yeah, unfortunately it's not Aunt Jemima anymore. They changed the name to
I don't even remember.
they changed it to Pearl Milling Company.
That's right.
Yeah,
That-
so
That's good. So here's the thing. It is better because it's like pure sugar. There's nothing natural about it.
well, it does have some natural flavors, but you know,
But like
but
for
the flavor's
me-
better. The flavor's better, right?
It is. But for me as a type 1 diabetic, I can sweeten things with maple syrup because it's not as, like true maple syrup I can use.
Right. There's no
there's,
high fructose corn syrup in all that.
Right. It's not gonna kill me as quickly.
They actually have like coconut sugars now.
That's not real sugar.
Yeah, it's not sugar.
They're lying
you
to
know,
you.
we need cane sugar. Cane sugar is what I consider real sugar, and then apart from that.
Coconut palm sugar, I think it's called.
Yeah.
By the way, CN has a great comment here. He says wrist check for all panelists, and that includes Nathan. So get that Timex ready, Nathan. We're going to start with me. Let's see here. We're rocking the Sea Dweller 43 today.
What size is your wrist?
Well, it used to be like 7 1/4, but now I think it's a lot less. I've lost a lot of meat around this bone here,
Okay.
and this is a little. I mean, this has glide lock and diver extension, so I can move this to whatever tightness to whatever I want. Some people in the chat say this is too big for me, and I should get rid of it. Look at how huge the clasp is. The clasp. I mean, the clasp goes the entire width of my wrist.
Yes.
Check it out. This is the Sea Dweller 43. And I got this. This was the first Rolex I ever got. I went into the AD. I sent them a letter. Said, hey, I'd like to buy some watches for my 50th birthday. I came in. We tried on some watches. I tried this one. I said, is this available? And they said, yes, it is. I said,
Wrap
that's
it up.
all. I said, sold. Let's do it. And so I have a soft spot in my heart for that particular watch.
Very nice. I think Nathan
It was expensive too. Expensive. It's like $13,000. Look how look at this. Look at this tan. Oh my god,
Yeah.
man.
Amazing.
Let's see what we got on the wrist here.
All right. What do you think? Any guess?
Any guesses? Zenith Defy.
I sold it.
Rolex.
Oh, we are wearing the GG Lacoutre Polaris.
The Polaris. Yeah. Very cool.
That is a great watch. Do you know that this watch on either side of the clasp has 2.5 millimeters of micro extension built in? It works like a glide lock.
How often do you use that?
Daily. Because it's been so hot.
Yeah. You definitely got some sun. You're very red there.
Oh, yeah.
And Nathan is rocking. Let's see what this is here. Let's blow this up.
Shock.
A G-Shock. It's black with gold. It's kind of like a, yeah.
2019.
2009. Are you left-handed, Nathan?
No, I'm more right-handed, but I use my phone a lot on my right.
Okay, so you have your Apple phone on your left wrist, your Apple Watch, or no?
No, it's a iPhone. I carry my iPhone with me.
Yeah. What are you saying? You carry your iPhone in your left wrist or your right in your left hand or your right hand?
Right hand.
So you want your watch in the right hand too?
I wear the watch on the left hand, so I can do stuff and watch the time.
Am I losing my mind? Aren't you showing us the watch on your right wrist?
That's my. Yeah, that's the right.
It's funny when
I'm just tired.
when my son was little, we used to say, turn left, turn right, and he would think about it, and sometimes he would get his left and his right mixed up. But that stopped when he turned like 8. Nathan,
I'm just tired. I just worked today.
Gatsby says it's not too big at all. OC. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I don't think it looks too big on you.
The haters have small watch complexes. Pay no attention. All right. It's not too big, says Kyle D. All right. Thank you. Maybe I won't sell it. Maybe I won't get rid of it then. And Otto says, OC, your first watch purchase was for your 50th. How did you get into watches? I've talked about this before. When COVID happened, which was the very beginning of 2020, we were all kind of hunkered down in our houses. I was watching videos, and I started watching some watch videos.
There's
So I was thinking about
that is like.
I'm in the middle of a story, Nathan.
Oh, sorry.
I was hunkered down, and then it was my 50th birthday that year, and so I thought, hey, maybe I'll get a small collection, 2 or 3 watches to celebrate my 50th birthday, and I sent some emails around to some ADs, and I met with a few of them, and pull it back a little bit. Yeah, is that an Omega Constellation?
No, that's a Hellsboro.
Hellsboro. Yo, Hellsboro.
It's I think Hamilton bought this company.
Got it. Yeah, so I was, and my dad, when my dad went to, it was either Japan or he went to Thailand one time, he brought back some fake, like a fake Rolex and a fake Piaget watch. He's like, look, these are new watches. They're automatic. You put them on your wrist and they keep you don't have to wind them, which is apparently a big thing back in the 70s or 80s or whenever he bought them. But I always remembered that he had those junky garbage fake watches. Actually, I might still have them in my somewhere. But so I always wanted a black Daytona because one of the fake watches that he had was a fake black Daytona. So yep, there you go. And I started watching the YouTube, and I was watching watch reviews, Archie Luxury watch reviews, and then obviously, all the other channels started popping up.
The more important question is, when did you decide to become the master manipulator?
I don't really even think I am one. I just think that I think people just think that I am. I don't know. I never really understood. I never understood. But I don't mind playing into it because it doesn't mean anything. So. Cheers, guys. Friday night. By the way, we're approaching the 1 hour mark. So the whole goal of this live stream was apparently like at the 1 hour mark, I'd hit the checkbox in the software and anyone who's not a member will disappear. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't. Maybe we should wait a little bit.
Do we have to
But-
wear the jacket?
No, you don't have to wear the jacket. But what do you think, guys? Think should we go members only? Should we try it? Guys, we have 21 upvotes. Frankly, I think we should be at 25. Let's see if we can get to 25 upvotes. We've got 40 people watching. It's Friday night stream. Hey, we got Logan Hall in the chat. OC, you manipulated me to join the stream. True, I did. Hawkeye says my first watch was when I was 8. Wow, that's probably, I'm going to guess and say that you were born in 1977. Is that true? How close am I? Yeah.
All right, so I just upvoted as Jeep in Pittsburgh and noticed that the chat says members only mode.
No, the chat does. The chat is members only, but the stream, we're gonna flip the whole stream to members only viewing. Yep. What was your first watch, Hawkeye, and how old were you? Let us know in the chat. Guys, it's the original OC live stream. If you're not a member, please become. Everybody who's in the chat is a member, which is pretty phenomenal. We have a goal of hitting 150 members by the end of August. Everything that all the membership dues are going to good causes. So, you can feel good about that. And check it out. We've got Mookie in the chat. Hey, man. Mookie is, check out the Mookie channel. Great channel where I have my partner in crime, Curly, hosts streams 2 or 3 times a week on the Mookie channel. America's in the chat. America5726, he's a member. Are we doing a Mookie stream tonight? No, there's no Mookie stream tonight. There's a JJ stream, and I think it's just a long JJ stream tonight on the Watch Hangout.
Speaking of long streams, I do believe I fell asleep last night with the Mookie stream on, and
10-hour stream,
and woke up, and the Mookie stream was still on.
Yeah, it was a long stream. I don't, I jumped on for a little bit, then I realized, you know what, it's really late, and it wasn't even that late. I just thought I knew that I knew it was going to go really late, and I'm like, nah, I'm not doing this. So, but Curly did a great job. But hey, if people from the Mookie channel want to jump on the panel, feel free. Who's Mookie? Yep. What has Mookie done to help me? How has Mookie helped my channel? What does Mookie do? He doesn't even talk. So there you go. He was 8 in 1977. My father brought home a Seiko from Japan.
Oh, nice.
Very kind of similar, slightly similar story. So you were 8 in 1977? Wow. If you were in the United States, then I was 6, 7. I turned 7 in 1977. So when people say Kiss sucks, Hawkeye, you probably know that Kiss didn't suck in 1977, because especially if you were 8. Yo, we got G Varghese in the chat. He's a member of the original OC channel. Good evening, all. What's up, G? Not to be confused with George Varghese. That's somebody completely different. But this is G Varghese. He's rebranded. Simpler.
G, will you hurry up and trade Ayuk to the Steelers?
Guys are talking sports. Yeah. Good question, Hawkeye. Do you still have the watch?
Yeah.
Do you still have the Seiko from 1977? That would be a really, really cool thing to show on the live stream. He does. He still has it. The movement is busted, though. Aw. Yeah. What a bummer. Mookie's checking out the emojis. He's hitting what's that? There's custom emojis and regular emojis. You just hit the McDonald's and something else.
There you go.
Guys, if you're a member at the senior director level and above, you can select your favorite corporate logo and we will add it as a custom emoji. But for right now, you got your choice of 5.
Is Lucha Underground considered a corporate logo?
Lucha Underground.
I did steal their logo. They are defunct, but I did steal their logo.
Send me the logo. Send me the logo. I want to check that out. Yeah, restore it. That's a good point. Maybe you should restore it just for sentimental value.
That's a great memory.
Happy Meal. Jump on the panel, Happy Meal. Lucha is brunch still happening on the Armory? And what's up, Nathan? Hello, Satan. And hello, fellow members. That's right. Happy Meal, who's Curly, is a member of the original OC channel. Jump on the panel. Just tell you about, drop the link. The link is pinned at the top of the chat anyway. But listen, we're just doing a little bit of boring watch talk before we go members only. We're going to do an experiment and go members only soon.
45
not just for the not just for the chat, but we may just make the whole stream members viewing only. We'll see how that goes.
Anyway, Curly, yes, we started with my dinner last week. The dinner from the night before, a giant cowboy ribeye that I made.
How did it come out?
It was amazing. It was huge.
Was it too dry?
It wasn't that big. No, it was really good. It was medium rare, and it was huge though. It does, when you're standing at the meat counter at the market district, it doesn't look like that big of a piece of meat. It was a big freaking $42 cowboy ribeye steak, but it was delicious.
I know one thing you guys need to try is you ever eaten at the Big Texan?
Don't even know what the Big Texan is, Nathan.
It's a restaurant in Amarillo, Texas. It's like they have a steak challenge there. It's like 72-ounce steak with 4 sides, and you have to eat it under an hour.
Wow. That would be a challenge.
Sorry, I want to see you and OC do that challenge.
I take my food seriously, Nathan. I do not play games.
Yeah, and I'm not as serious about it. Although I did pick up 2. I picked up 2 like half-pound fillets at the store tonight, and I'm going to do those tomorrow. So I'm going to do a couple of filet mignon morsels, nuggets. About like this big each one. And I got as my side dish. What did I get? I got green zucchini. I'm gonna do zucchini with salt, pepper, and olive oil, and do that on the grill too.
Yeah,
in one of those aluminum containers. Diego says, "Have you enabled D's on your channel yet?"
Well, if he means dick, then yes, because I'm here.
If you're enabled, does that mean D's? Nuggets? No, not nuggets. We're not doing nuggets on the grill.
You said nuggets when you said.
Oh yeah, more those
kind of the smaller. Yeah, I know. It's smaller filet.
Oh.
Now, what we so my problem with fillets is that because of the lack of fat, you have to entice some flavor out of the meat. Do you do anything, or do you just salt and pepper them? And
to me, I'll do black pepper, and sometimes I'll do garlic salt instead of regular salt. And the garlic salt will just give it a little bit more punch.
Just a little bit of a punch, yeah.
Just a little bit, yeah, but that's it. Yeah.
And you ever,
anytime I do zucchini, I scrape out the seeds. They get mushy very easily. Yeah, I don't scoop them out. I just slice them, in maybe half-inch, three-quarter inch
I know
slices.
whenever I was a kid, I used to love to eat these a lot.
Teddy Grahams, yeah, and you still have them.
It looks like you still like to eat them a lot.
So when I was a kid, I used to have a whole box just standing by. Oh, wait a minute,
Oh, wait.
I still do. So there you go.
Gatsby makes an interesting point. He says that a fillet needs to be butter basted in a pan before finishing in the oven, not a grilling stick.
Come on, guys. Seriously?
Do I need to make a video?
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I put the filet on 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes per side, flip it, 3 minutes on the other side. You're basically pretty much done. Then I take it, put it in aluminum foil with like a small pat of butter. And then it 5-minute resting period. It's fine. I mean, I'm not an expert on steak, but Logan, help me out here. I don't have to fucking butter baste it and put it in the, put in the oven. Come on, man. Help me out, Logan. Logan, jump. That's it. Jump on the stream, Logan. Put fucking Gatsby in his place. I have to put it in the oven. Get the fuck out of here.
That's how I finish my cowboy ribeye. So if you do it in the pan and you do it with the butter and you butter baste it and you put some thyme and rosemary in there with it, a couple strands. You just keep. What you do is you sear it and then you just start pouring.
Yeah.
Put
What's
the butter.
The point of what's the point of having a barbecue if you have to if you're gonna put deer fillet in a fucking pan? What am I fucking
strip?
The reason why they do it in a pan in the restaurant is because they're stuck inside a restaurant. They've got a stovetop there, and so they have to do it on a pan. Get the fuck out of here. Some steaks are so thick you have no choice. Otherwise, just grill the damn thing for 5 minutes. I'm not sure if you're agreeing with me or not, but I'm going to assume that you are.
So a big thick steak is you finish those in the oven because you don't want to dry it out, and you don't want to burn the outside.
All right, we have an expert on steaks joining the panel. He is an anonymous panelist. He is, but he will give us advice on steaks. His voice will be disguised, so you don't know who it is. Steak consultant, welcome to the show.
Hey guys, hey. So Gatsby, there's different sort of applications, right? You have a grill, you have the pan. I think personally, if you have a big steak like a ribeye or like a tomahawk, or it definitely makes sense to use a grill, because one, you can't fit like a tomahawk in like a pan, unless you have like a big ass pan, right? But typically the restaurants will do do it in the pan because typically they're serving like smaller steaks. It's going to be a fillet, it's going to be like a New York strip. You can definitely incorporate garlic, thyme, butter based, all that good stuff. You're definitely getting like a more flavorful steak sort of in the pan. But I think there are certainly applications where a grill makes sense too. I mean, again, I use strictly charcoal for my steaks, but sort of I'm pretty sure often I will do it, in like the pan, like, usually in like the winter, if it's not good grilling weather, I don't typically go out like and grill,
Do the restaurants, because the restaurants, like if you go to like a Ruth's Chris, a Morton's, a Hyde Park, kind of a steakhouse, they cook it like 800 degrees or something. Does that make a difference?
So, so actually, a lot of like the big name sort of steakhouses, what they do is like they actually have like several sous vide baths going at the same time. They have them at like various temperatures. So, they have several baths going for, rare, some medium rare, and very few are well done, of course. But
Yeah.
what they do is they have those ready to go at any given moment. They can pull them out from the bass, and the internal is already cooked, right? So what they do is they have these very
They're
high
just
temperature
searing.
searing. Yeah. They're like 800 degrees or whatever. So when someone orders a steak, they just pull it out of the bath, they get it out of the plastic bag or whatever, and they plop it, like they pat it dry, of course, and then they fire it in the searing machine, and then they plop it onto a plate, and it's good to go.
I have two comments real quick. First, I believe Diego's right, because you get there's a sear that you get in a pan that is different than what you get on the grill. It's different. It's not, one's not better than the other one, but they are different. But whatever happened to loyal chat follower pan-seared ribeye?
That's a great question. I don't like to admit this publicly, but I saw his steaks, and I had to, sort of had to do away with him, right? I mean, sort of anybody that gets a Logan score less than a 5, I mean, when they just don't deserve to cook,
So you banished pan-sear ribeye from
that's
the community.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
There you go. He got the 80-year ban.
That's right.
The 80-year ban, the special ban. But again, I will say, depending on the steak thickness and the cut, that does determine what method I use to cook it. Like, let's say that you're doing like a flank steak, very thin. I typically, only, like grill that on very high heat, and it's for 30 to 45 seconds per side. You're getting a good sear, but you're also not cooking it, too much, because if it's that thin, I mean, it's going to get to like a nice sort of medium rare very quickly. Like if it's a much thicker steak, I might do a little bit of sous vide. I might do the oven first and then sear it. But you do have to, when you have a steak that's over like maybe like 1.5 inches, maybe even up to like 2 inches, I typically separate the searing portion and the internal cooking part.
Yeah, I don't get fillets that are that thick. They're probably 1.5 inches.
Yeah.
And so my method, which I'm opening up for criticism, is I have just a regular propane grill, no charcoal or anything, and that gets like, it goes up to like 500, maybe 550, and then so 2 minutes on each side, maybe 2 minutes, and then a quarter turn, and then another minute, and flip it, do 5-6 minutes tops, and that's it. I think you're a little garlic salt, a little pepper. Then it goes into aluminum foil with maybe a pat of butter, which melts, which kind of mixes in with the garlic, salt, and the pepper and the natural juices. And then that's it. Take it out, carve it. After 5 minutes of resting time, carve it, and you're done.
Well, and there's my next question. Steak consultant, how long should you allow your steak to rest?
Yeah. By the way, before you answer, I just want to say that George Varghese says, real quick. Oh, he says that the steak. Oh, sorry. CN says, "Man, the steak consultant sounds really familiar." No, he's a brand new member of the panel. He's never appeared.
First time caller. Yeah.
Never appeared in the chat before. This is he just stumbled upon this live stream and just happened to see we're talking steaks.
He's in Sweden, I believe. right? Sweden.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I definitely have like that Swedish
Yeah.
accent. For sure.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I
How
forgot
long
what
should
the
it
question
rest?
was.
How long
The
should
rest.
you let your
Oh,
steak
yeah. So
rest?
okay. So minimum 5 minutes. I mean, you can do up to 10, but again, 5 is really sort of all you need.
Do you give it an aluminum hat when you let yours rest?
So if I pull the steak off, so let's say that my target temperature is 135.
Okay.
I'm typically going to pull the steak off around 125, 126, somewhere around that range. Because if you decide to wrap it in aluminum foil, the carryover heat is going to bring it up to 135.
Gotcha.
So I know that some aren't a fan of the aluminum foil. You would wrap it in aluminum foil if you want it to continue to rise just a little bit more.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Because you're essentially creating like a mini oven, right? Sort of all this like the heat, right? It's kind of captured within that, foil basically.
It just depends which, like, I see different people, different celebrity chefs, different cooking channels. It seems like there's no continuity to the answer of whether you put the aluminum on it.
Yeah, but the resting period is separate from that. The resting period is designed to allow the juices.
Yeah. So it kind of serves sort of two purposes, right? You can bring the internal temp up a little bit more, but then let's say that you pull a steak off fresh from the grill, you slap it on a cutting board, and you cut into it immediately.
Mhm.
What you're going to find is all the juices are going everywhere. You have a drenched cutting board, and then it's sort of all the flavor, just spews right out. So when you allow it to rest, the steak almost acts like a sponge a little bit, and it sort of absorbs all those juices, and then
What do you mean absorbs the juices? The juices are inside. Where
so the like the fibers sort of within the steak, it basically just allows it time to settle.
is it settling? Is it settling because it's cooling and that the coolness of or is it just some kind of
actually the temperature should be rising as it rests.
Correct.
It's really not cooling.
Yeah.
But
not cooling.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Are there any steak questions in the chat?
Steak questions, guys. We have steak consultant here, a new viewer who happens to happen to be watching and is offering his expert opinion on steaks. Type in your questions in the chat. There was a question earlier. I think it was from George Varghese, and he was asking,
tuna
or Gatsby. Somebody asked, "How do you do tuna steaks?"
So the ahi tuna is sort of like the most famous way to sort of do tuna. Again, it's all about searing. There, you don't really care about the internal temp. You just get a good sear, high temperature on all sides, and then again you rest it and you slice it up. It's going to be rare in the middle, but again, that's how you do tuna.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if it's doesn't reach, and it doesn't have to reach a certain internal temperature because sushi can be eaten raw and cold anyway. So right.
Typically, if you like your steaks rare or tuna steaks or whatever, I typically get the highest quality meat I can when I want to go more rare, because if you cheap out on the quality of the steak and you want to go rare, you kind of risk. I mean, again, I typically just stick to high quality meat when I'm doing a more rare steak.
Gotcha. See, I never really thought of cooking it. I usually just open the can, put it in a bowl with some mayo and relish, and salt, pepper, and spread it on some bread, and I'm good.
Well, hey, I mean, it's definitely better than spreading beans on toast.
On toast. Yeah.
Guys, if you have a question for steak consultant, please think about doing a.
Hawkeye has the question for the steak.
Yeah. Let's see. Hawkeye ribeye versus New York strip.
So ribeyes definitely going to have more of that sort of intramuscular fat. It's going to be juicier. It's going to be tastier. Although I prefer the New York strip just ever so slightly. I think it has a really good balance of that sort of intramuscular fat. And, you know, I mean, like it's all in sort of one piece. When you do a ribeye, you have the spinalis, sort of like the outer part of it. You have sort of like the inner sort of a fillet, right? That does give you like a little bit more sort of a variety, right? But again, I do like the simplicity of like a New York strip.
Okay.
I think a New York strip is harder to cook well.
Well, that just shows that you haven't cooked enough, Lucha.
There you go. I'm not a very good cook.
Yeah, man, you got to get better.
Yes. I find that a New York strip, you can make a New York strip tougher on the fatty edges quicker if you mess up. And I sometimes don't pay attention.
Super chat from TG01, $100 super chat. Wow, that's incredible. Good evening, gentlemen. Great day and week. Just tuned in. Thank you for the continued decompress, stress-free content. Prayers or cheers. My better half just enjoyed a rare fillet as we were just out celebrating 30 years. Wow. 30 years. Congratulations, TG01. I just, Mrs. OC and I just celebrated a week ago our 29th wedding anniversary. So happy anniversary to TG01 and Mrs. 01. Yes. And thank you so much for the generous super chat. By the way, we're doing a membership drive right now. I will drop the link to become a member. Please consider becoming a member of the original OC channel today. All of the membership dues go to support families with family members who have thanatophoric dysplasia. So please become a member.
I am always impressed that you can say those words so well.
It's pretty hard, and the word that I'm trying to figure out. Hold on a second here. I had the picture of the Huracan. So let me show you this. The Huracan replacement, which is, and so this is called the
Temerario.
Temerario. So it's going to be a while before I can remember to say Temerario. But yeah, it took like 10 tries to be able to memorize thanatophoric dysplasia. But hey, guys, become members today. All of the membership dues go to support great philanthropic causes. So thank you very much. George G. Varghese in the chat. Congratulations. I second that. Hawkeye says congratulations.
Third. I will third that.
Thank you. Guys, big congratulations to TG01 and his 29th wedding anniversary. We got Gatsby in the chat. Gatsby, 10 Canadian. Here's a few bucks for some butter and thyme for the fillet, should you choose to show it some mercy. Okay, listen, Gatsby. All right. Okay, for you, I'm going to do it. Here's what I'm going to do. I don't know if I have time. And if I did have it, it would probably be like in one of those jars, like dry, which you probably don't want me to do, right?
No.
So I promise the next time I go to the store, I'll get fresh thyme, and I'll do it. I'll do the butter and thyme in the pan and baste it over the fillet. Okay, only for you.
So something that I mentioned earlier in the chat was a little hack for your salt. Instead of using garlic salt, I would recommend you get fresh thyme. You get a mortar and pestle, and you get some kosher salt. Grind it up together, and then you're going to have thyme salt.
Okay, back it up. Thyme, fresh thyme.
Yes.
Yeah.
kosher salt and grind it up together.
Yes.
That's
So
worse. Why make it so complicated?
so here's the thing. Anytime I like explain like anything I'm doing cooking wise, like after 2 or 3 steps, like you and Diego are like, oh, this is so good. Oh, no.
I know one YouTuber I like to watch him cook is James Townsend, 18th Century Cooking.
Mm.
You know, I mean, I've seen thumbnails for that. Like he doesn't he just make, you know, food from the 1800s using like really old sort of recipes, right?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Did he invent
Some
white
of-
cat?
No, he actually made this one German recipe that was a soup. And one of the ingredients doesn't exist anymore. So he used a substitute. So I tried to copy his recipe. My soup didn't turn out like his. It turned out too thick.
Oh, you gotta be careful.
Anytime that you want to thin something out, just add a little bit more liquid.
I ran out of liquid.
Oh no.
Gotta pay the water bill.
Yeah.
I mean, it used like a chicken broth, oatmeal, or still ground oats, and
Oatmeal
one
soup.
egg and some.
Yeah. Don't. Oh, okay. So turn this off right now. Let's see. This is absolutely. I mean, okay. So what he's doing right now, he's showing you how you can feel for the doneness of the steak, replicating it on your palm. So like the idea is you bring in one finger, you bring in 2 fingers or whatever. The portion that's sort of right underneath your thumb, it'll get more firm or less firm depending on how many fingers you put down.
Mm-hmm.
You like, I personally would not recommend using that method because you're not cooking steaks all the time. For you to really nail that theory or that sort of technique, you have to be working in a restaurant. You have to be cooking steaks nonstop, and you have to have that sort of like that constant sort of muscle memory of what does a rare steak feel like, what does a medium steak rare
Yeah.
feel like. Just get yourself a really good sort of a cooking thermometer. I mean, I personally use one called the Thermapin Pro. It's a little bit pricey, but it's very accurate. I mean, and that's sort of one of my go-to tools. Like in the kitchen.
I don't use any thermometers whatsoever. I just go by timing. So I figure like I know how big the steak is. I know how thick it is. If you do a certain number of minutes on each side, isn't it going to be the same pretty much every time? I mean, it's going to be
no, because is every single steak you cook the same exact thickness?
Well, not exactly the same thickness.
So here's a problem with that, OC. I mean, like, sort of every steak you're cooking is going to be a slightly different size. It's going to be a slightly different, width, thickness, right? If you always cook it for 2 minutes on every side, and let's say you get like a slightly thinner steak that time, it's going to become more well done, right? So that's why I like to use a thermometer. Again, you don't have to. You can be like a Gordon Ramsay and use your hand and look stupid, but again, I personally just use a thermometer, and that's what works for me.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, maybe I won't make steak tomorrow.
Yeah, sorry to ruin the whole like okay.
I've got to get thermometers. I've got to get real time. I've got to use a cast iron skillet. I won't use Hexclad.
Don't forget your mortar and pestle.
You got to buy like a mortar and pestle. Like you got to buy like a sous vide machine. You got to get vacuum sealer. So no, I mean look. So everybody does their steak differently.
Ooh,
It's
Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're breaking up, Nathan. But again, sort of everybody does their steak differently. I just share best practices that work for me. If you have something that works for you, then by all means, keep on doing it.
So, being from Sweden, what are your thoughts on meatballs?
Well, I personally go to IKEA for all my meatball needs. What I'll do is I'll buy like a whole pound of them there. You can actually go up to, like, the kitchen and say, like, hey, just give me all your balls, man.
Good. Well, there you go.
And I will store them up. I'll freeze them, and then when I feel like having some IKEA Swedish meatballs, I'll just pull them out of the freezer, thaw them, fry them up, and they're great.
Perfect.
Good.
So I think we're all staked out here again, guys. Again, do what works for you. I'm just here to offer, advice that works for me. And if you don't want to get too technical, you don't want to get too crazy or anything, that's fine too. Even the cavemen, they were making, steaks, right? And they had very limited resources, very limited tools, right? So again, I mean, like, there's no sort of right or wrong way to do it, but I do it my way, and my way has very consistent results.
Guys, it's Steak Consultant. If you have questions for Steak Consultant, he's available for questions. Type in a small super chat in the chat, and he will answer all your questions. If you want to cook your steak in a Ziploc bag in boiling water, he will teach you exactly how to do it.
That's right.
Essentially, the steak consultant just said that cooking steak is so easy, even a caveman can do it.
That's right.
This is the point where I get sued by Geico, and I have to leave you guys right now. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.
All right. Thank you so much, Steak Consultant. It's a pretty good segment. Although, Gatsby's right. Maybe it's overwhelming. I do my steak. I put it on the grill. I take it off. It tastes good to me. I mean, but in honor of Gatsby, I will do the thyme butter thing. So
it's actually really good that way. It's a way to add a little bit of fat and flavor to what is traditionally a less flavorful cut because of the leanness.
yeah, makes sense. Just check something real quick here. Yeah. By the way, what do you think of I was looking at an article and I saw this brand made a splash recently. Atelier Wen. This is a Chinese brand.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. They're the dial people that are like better than Grand Seiko dial.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if this is a special edition, but I can see how people might find this attractive. Sure.
It reminds me of like a cross between an IWC Engineer, a Royal Oak, and what's that new Zenith Defy, the Defy Extreme thing.
Yeah, it definitely has elements of like a Nautilus with the wings. It has the 222, the Vacheron 222 style bracelet there with the hexagonal center links. It's got an interesting looking dial with a nice guilloche pattern, and these are cheap too. They're relatively inexpensive. But guys, what are your thoughts on Atelier Wen in the chat? I'm not going to call it garbage because that would be disrespectful. But it's not a bad looking one.
Throw it away. Yeah. There's there's a lot. You see some of these Chinese manufacturers trying to do some different things and kind of stake their claim in the different parts of the watch universe, but they're okay.
Yeah. To me, when I see this, I go, oh, better. Familiarity, mainstream.
Familiarity, yes. I don't know about better.
Yeah. So, guys, we've got 36 people watching. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do something crazy, I think. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to flip a switch and we're going to go to members only mode and see what happens. I have no idea what's going to happen. So here we go. Let's see here. I'm going to go into the settings. Maybe I can do it. Maybe I can't. You never know. Going to details. All right. So I'm going to go to members only. Okay. Members only. And I can see it allows me to choose the level of the membership that's going to be allowed to see the stream.
Ooh.
True. So I don't know if it's going to kick you guys out or if it's just maybe it'll keep you in until after the stream is over. It's an experiment. So here we go. In exactly 3 seconds, I'm going to enable members only mode. Are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Okay, I wonder what happened.
So it didn't do anything to Jeep of Pittsburgh.
Nope. Jeep of Pittsburgh is not a member, correct?
Correct. So it's still showing the live stream, but it's not. I bet what it means is I can't go back and watch it as Jeep of Pittsburgh.
Try refreshing your screen.
Let's see. Nope. Same.
You can still see it?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, we're still live, right?
Yeah. You're still live, and I think what that means is that you can't rewatch the stream. So say there was a scenario. Let's put forth a scenario. Say that there was a drunk Irishman who suddenly out of nowhere doxed a woman, and you had to shut down the stream immediately.
Sounds very unrealistic.
And then make it members only so people couldn't see it.
Right. You make it members only. They're the doxers.
Yeah.
So Nick Da Vinci says it's now members only. Okay, so what happened? Did something change, Nick? Try refreshing again, Lucha.
Yes. No, it's still there live.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys in the chat, let me know. See, there's nobody chatting, which means that I think maybe even moderators are moderators kicked out? It says it shows the OC logo and asks you to become a member.
Hey, let me try getting out of the stream altogether and see if that does. Let me go out.
Alex, what's up? By the way, we're now in members only viewing mode. We're experimenting with the live stream. We can't in StreamYard. I can't see if anybody's watching right now. Yeah, that's true. It's not showing the number of people watching because it's members only. So it doesn't in members only mode. It doesn't show you how many people are watching.
All right, so I went completely out. Go back to your channel. And actually, you can't even see the live stream.
Yeah, because if you're not a member, it won't show up for you.
Yep. Yes.
Awesome. So that's a pretty cool experiment. So in the middle of the stream, I changed it to members only, and boom, it's gone.
But If I back out of it,
What do
it
you
takes me
mean
back. If I hit the back button,
You hit the back button, you can go back. It'll reload. It
go
won't
back,
reload the page. It'll show you the cached page where
it's
it's there.
showing me the live. It's
But
showing
what
me the
happens?
live.
You click on it and you can get in.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
interesting.
there's no chat. You can't see the chat. So the chat is disabled.
Oh, because you're not member. Oh, because you're not member.
Yeah. Well,
That's
I am a
pretty
member,
cool.
but Jeep of Pittsburgh is.
Right. Pretty cool. Listen, I think it was successful. So we might be doing that in the future. So right now, if you're a member and you stumble upon the stream, you can see it. But if you're not a member, you can't.
All right, so I know other people, and I know I bought some memberships for people, like a gift thing. Is that level able to see it still? Did you set a
All
level?
members. Yeah, from campaign volunteer all the way on up. And I can pick that, by the way, in YouTube.
Yeah.
In YouTube, I can select which members. If I want to make this a members only live stream, I can choose which members.
Right.
Not only after the fact, but before the fact.
Interesting.
So, yeah. Pretty good stuff. Guys, if you want to jump on the panel, if you're still watching, by the way, if you're still watching, type in a comment in the chat. It'd be interesting to see how many people got dropped off. I might be able to tell by going into the studio. Boom. Let's go into the studio. I can be in the control room.
Well, of course you can be in the control room. You're the master manipulator.
Yeah, let me go into the control room and see what's going on. Okay, so right now we have we didn't lose very many viewers. We have 29 people watching right now. So we were right before I pulled the plug, we were at like 35, right? And it dropped down a little tiny bit, and right now we're at 29. So we didn't lose very many people. So that means everyone's a member, which is the case. Pretty cool.
Pretty slick. Do you know how many members you have?
Yes, I do. I think that's a great question. I think, but at the beginning of the day today, I had 109 members, I believe.
Okay. And what's the goal for the end of August?
And about 150 members. But I mean, the reality is, if everybody's who's watching the stream has a star next to their name, that means they're all members. So, even though there are more.
Right. I'm actually wondering more by people who were gifted memberships to upgrade.
Yeah, that would be nice if they did, but they don't have to. But I think even though I have like 500 subscribers or 600 subscribers, I don't expect all of them to become members because not all of them watch. So they're only like 100 people who are regular watchers. And if those people all become members, that's good. And listen, at 109 people have memberships. That means that pretty much everybody who's watching the live stream
is a member.
And so that's cool.
Good cause. It's a good charity.
Good, going for a good cause. Yeah, we're sailing along in Moonlight Bay. Thank you, Evan. So so you guys can still see the chat. You can still type in the chat, and you can still jump on the panel. All cool. And if you didn't exit the live stream, then you're still with us.
Yeah.
I wonder though if you weren't a member, if you got booted, or if you were still able to watch. I think you said that you're still able to watch.
You can watch, but there's no chat.
But no chat. The chat went away.
Yeah. So if you want to see the chat, you need to become a member.
That makes sense too. But you can't see the chat, so you don't know what the link is. You have to go.
You can hit the membership button.
Oh, I didn't see. I can't see a lot of the same things that you see.
So the See Perks, there's a See Perks button. That would be where you see, to become a member.
Cool. Yeah. So there we go. Membership only stream successful, guys, on this Friday night.
It's all members.
All members. You are part of the exclusive inner circle. Yep. Yeah, guys, if you could also like give people who are still watching, type in a comment in the chat so I can just make sure that the chat is still working for you guys. I know Evan G is still there.
Well,
What about the rest of you?
He's a gold member.
Anything else you want to cover, Lucha?
Oh, I just came out to say hello.
Yeah, thanks for hopping on. And guys, check out the Luchabetic Armory on YouTube. Hey, Johnny O, check 1, 2, 3. Cool.
Yes,
Johnny
it
O.
is. Johnny O.
Gatsby, maybe Omega will make make us a team watch.
Yes.
Yeah, like we could do a watch colony watch, or like a watch community watch, or I don't know, something. Just a watch nerd watch. How about that?
Is the watch community still a thing? I'm just asking because I haven't looked in a long time.
I use the word community broadly, like in the sense that all the people like watch. So yeah, we are the watch community. So regardless,
I understood what you meant. I just meant, has anybody ever done anything with that channel?
I don't think so. I think that channel, I'm not sure if it's shut down, but basically there's no one there to volunteer to be on the panel. So I think the last show that was done there was April 5th because no one's there to run it. I'm getting a notification. Oh, let's see. Oh, cool. Thank you very much, Nick Da Vinci. Thank you very much. He just sent me a screenshot of, he's watching it on his TV, and he just showed me the screenshot of what it looks like for people who are non-members. Very cool. It just basically says it's a members only stream. Nice. All right. Well, listen, happy Friday night to everybody. Tell you what, we'll do this. For those of you who are still watching, we'll do that. We'll extend the show for 5 minutes with every $2 super chat. So there's a $2 super chat. We'll keep the show going. Otherwise, or if somebody jumps on the panel. Okay, so here are the rules. Listen carefully. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Okay. Panel link. Boom. If someone jumps on the panel in the next 5 minutes, we will extend the show. Or if we get a $2 super chat, we will extend the show by 2 minutes. Otherwise, the show will run for 5 minutes, and we will say thank you very much for joining this experiment. And then at the end of the 5 minutes, I will not redirect you, but I'll drop a link to a different show for you to check out. So there you go, guys. The countdown begins now. Let's see someone jump on the panel, or $1.99 super chat, or super sticker. Any super sticker or any super chat or any membership. So any upgraded membership, any super chat, any super sticker extends the show, or someone jumping on the panel extends the show.
Dun, dun, dun.
Let's see what happens.
See what happens.
And we will just sit calmly by, providing absolutely no entertainment value whatsoever until we know the direction we're going to take.
Does that mean we can't talk about heavy metal music?
We can, absolutely. By the way, rest in peace to Jack Russell, founder and lead singer of Great White, who passed away yesterday.
I was listening to what I think, it's not really a metal song, and I don't really consider them a metal band. Very hard rock band. But I was listening to maybe one of the greatest hard rock songs ever.
Cat Scratch Fever?
No. It was Deep Purple, Child in
Right.
Time. Child in Time.
Is that on Perfect Strangers?
That is on In Rock.
Oh, in rock. Okay. I'll check it out.
It is quite possibly the greatest hard rock song of all time.
I will definitely check it out after this show. And we have 4 minutes left, guys. 4 minutes left in the show. Logan Hall, who's another Logan. You should have been here. We had a steak expert on.
Steak
His name was Steak Consultant, and you should have been listening in because he was pretty smart. He says, "G Varghese, I like my IWC's medium rare."
Yeah, Logan Hall and the steak guy would have a lot in common because they both like steak and they both like Seamasters.
I think they'd fucking hate each other, those two. I mean, Logan Hall would be like, no, you have to let your steak sit in lukewarm water for 44 hours, not 42 hours. and the steak consultant be like, no, 44. I mean, if you're gonna let your raw steak sit in lukewarm room temperature water, it has to be for longer. Yeah, you need to talk to this guy. Yeah, next time he jumps on the stream, I'll send you a text message, Logan. His name's Steak Consultant. Pretty smart guy. Yeah. Well, listen, he's not down to earth like you are. You know, he doesn't have Steak Consultant probably doesn't have like 3 grills and a smoker and a cast iron pan that was made in 1764
and a sous vide machine.
Yeah. 3 minutes left, guys. 3 minutes left in the show. All we need is a super sticker, super chat, or an upgraded membership, if that's even possible to do within the next 3 minutes.
Or someone jump on the panel.
Or someone jumping on the panel. Great point. But tell you what, because I'm not greedy, and the viewers here are very high quality viewers, what I'll do is I'll drop a link to the Watch Hangout. And if you want to check out the Watch Hangout, they are live right now. Boom. Check this out.
Always a fun show with guys who like to talk about watches.
Yeah. They talk about watches. Good show. They don't need the link, but I will I'll drop it anyway. So, and if you head on over there, please make sure you let them, please be sure you tell them in the chat the original OC, that you came over from the original OC stream. I would appreciate that. That way they know that we're being good neighbors, being friendly neighbors. We have 1 minute left, guys. 1 minute left in the show. If someone jumps on the panel, upgrades their memberships, does a super sticker or a super chat, we will extend the show. We still, we have people are now leaving and going to the Watch Hangout, which is cool. That's exactly why I dropped the link.
Yeah.
I just scrolled back. The Steak Consultant guy has good taste in profile pictures. Yes, he does. He has a watch that's very similar to yours, Logan. All right. Tell you what, here we go. The Watch Hangout. Boom. Guys, click on this link in the chat. Check out the Watch Hangout. They have a live stream going right now. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being a part of this Friday members only experimental stream. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much to Collector Invest and Luchabetic Armory for jumping on the panel. Don't forget to upvote on your way out and make sure you're subscribed and membership and notifications and all that jazz. Very special thanks to Gatsby for the $10 super chat. Huge thank you to Evan G, to JC, and Luchabetic Armory for becoming members and upgrading your memberships. And huge shout out and thank you to TG01 for the mega $100 super chat. Thanks so much, guys. Peace out and good night.